Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Flutter Coding 101. So in today's video, I am going to be showing you something very interesting, right? All of us use video calling applications like WhatsApp and various different other applications like Telegram. So have you ever wondered how these applications work? What are the third-party APIs we use here? So today I'm going to be showing you how to make one such application, and the third party that we are going to be using today is ZegoCloud. So let's get started. Let's start with creating a new project. Um, let's name it ZegoCall. So now it is creating a new project. Alright, it has created a new project. So I will be moving now to ZegoCall. Okay. Let me also open my Android Studio emulator. Okay. Now over here I'll be moving to ZegoCloud. ZegoCall. Okay. So here I will be making a couple of new files. So the first one that I'll be making is call page dot and one will be for constants that we will be defining. Okay. Alright. Now over here, what I'll be doing is this is the initial code. So I'll be removing this. Okay. I'll be removing this entire thing. Okay. Okay. Let's create a stateful widget with the name home page. Okay. Now it will be using a scaffold over here, and there will be an app bar. The title of this app bar will be, say, Zego Call, and let's make this true. Alright, now the next thing that I need to add is inside body there will be a column. Okay, let's add children. Alright, now over here, before adding children, I'll be adding main axis alignment. So the main axis alignment will be center. Now in children, the UI will be basically one small text editing controller, and after the text editing controller there will be a small button. When you click on that button in the text editing controller, basically you will be putting in the ID, call ID, and then you will be basically having a elevated button which will when you click on the button you will be redirected to your video calling application, and on the basis of the call ID you can connect to people if they have the same call ID. So here I will be using a text field, and I will be giving it a decoration, and the hint text I will be using over here will be please enter call ID. Okay, now after using my let me also add border. So line border. Okay. Once I've added my text field, next thing that I'm going to add is an elevated button. Join call. Okay, so instead of this, what you can do is you can also use elevated button dot icon, and over here in icon you can have icon dot call. Okay, now we alright, this is a label here. Right, let's see how the application looks. So I'm going to start an emulator over here, and I'm going to open a new terminal. Meanwhile, let's also create this call page. It will be a stateless widget. Let me name it call page. Okay, let's keep it like this. Alright, so and let's also create a text editing controller, right? Equal to a text editing controller. Alright, now the next thing that I need to do is whenever I call on this creator dot push page out, and over here I'm going to call the call page. Okay, and calling it. Alright, my emulator is loading. Right, it has loaded. Let's run this app and see how it looks. Okay, one more thing that you can do over here is what you can do is you can create a folder. So here you can see ZegoCall. I'll be creating a new folder over here. Name it assets, and inside this folder I have this photo. I will be putting it in here inside assets. Okay, now what you need to do is you need to add this inside your offspring.yaml file. So here you can see this is the name of the file. The name of the file is zego.png. Okay, and I'll hit Control S. Okay, now let's run this in our emulator. Meanwhile, let's start by creating an account in ZegoCloud. Okay, the third party that we'll be using for creating a video calling application. Okay, right. You can see that I have this, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add padding to my column, right? So I'm going to wrap it with padding, overall padding of let's say 20, and in your this I have added to remove this small red debug banner that is shown. Alright, now let's see how it looks. Okay, so here you can see now we have to arrange it a little and add a few things. So over here what I'm going to do is so right. Okay, and before this I'm going to add an image. So image dot asset dot png. Right, now over here I have got okay. So now I have to add some additional details with these details. Now you can see that you have gotten 10,000 minutes of free minutes trial. So now you can go to the dashboard. Once you are here, you can just scroll and you can see that the free minutes trial and how many minutes are remaining out of that, and you can explore further and see what all you can make. So now I'll go and click on create new project. Now these are the different services that there's live streaming, video conference, voice and video call, live audio room, in-app chat, customized app, shopping, one-on-one tutoring, telehealth, game streaming, and so on. So now what I'm going to select is voice and video call, and I'm going to select next. Now I'm going to give it a name, so I'm going to call it ZegoCall. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start with UI kits. So they provide UI kits, you don't have to make a UI for the call screen, right? So now I'm going to click on, now it's making a project, let's wait. And over here you can see okay, let's rebuild this, right? So here you can see what you can do is, here I am going to align it just a bit. Okay. Okay, so this is how the app is looking right now, and here we'll be entering our call ID, and when we click on join call, the call will be joined. Next thing that you can do is, while your app, okay, so your project is created. Now it is asking you to select your particular framework. Since we are working with Flutter, we will be selecting for Flutter. Alright, so now you can see Now I'm going to save and start to integrate. Now once I've done this, I'm going to be clicking quick start. Once you have done this, you can see the entire documentation, what you have to do, what are the packages, how do you integrate the SDK, and what are the steps that you need to do. So the first thing that needs to be done is you need to add this package, which is Zego UI Kit pre-built call. As you can see over here, so this is a package. Now I'm going to be adding it in my pubspec.yml file. So you can directly add it over here. Okay, right, and hit Control S. Now it's downloading the packages. Meanwhile, let's see what is the next step that we need to do. So once you have imported this package, the next thing is that you take in this and you add it in your call page. So instead of this returning this placeholder, I'll be returning this kit. Now, okay, so I have to okay, now it has added the dependency Zego UI Kit pre-built call. Now what I'm going to be doing is going to be adding this package over here. Okay, now next thing that you need to do is you need to go to your console and here over here, when you click on your console, you can see your app ID and your app sign. Alright, so in this constant page, add a call ID inside your stateless widget. And over here, we'll be adding this call ID. Okay, once you've added this inside your main.dart, I'll be passing okay, so here I need to declare my controller inside my text field. So I have declared my controller, which is call ID controller. Now over here I'll be passing the text inside my call ID controller. Next thing that I'm going to be doing here is create a constant file which will have a class which I will name constants, and I'll have two variables over here of the types static constant. I'll name them app ID and app sign. Okay, now once I have created these variables, I'm going here inside my call page. So I'm going to call constant dot. Now I'll have to call this Once I have declared my app sign, over here I will be creating a new variable called as user ID. Okay, for which I will be using the math library. So I'm going to generate a random sequence of integers. Okay, so I'm going to use the math library for this. Alright, now I'm going to call this over here. And my username will be okay. Now this is done. The next thing that we need to do is I'm going to go to my documentation. I'm going to edit config. This is my project. I'm going to start integration, and over here there is the further documentation that you can see. Now they have mentioned the steps that we need to follow. So this is for Android that I'll be showing you today is Android manifest.xml, and over here I will basically copy all these permissions, right? So once I've copied these permissions, I'll be adding them inside the permissions over here. Once you have done this inside your Android app, you will be creating a new file. Okay, and the name that you will be giving the file is, so here you can see you will be naming it ProGuard Rules Pro. Okay, so I'm going to make a new file. I'm going to name it ProGuard Rules Pro. Once you have made this file, you will be adding this content inside the file. Okay, now once I've added this inside my build.gradle, I'll be adding this line inside my build types. So I'm going to go to app. Okay, this is my build.gradle. Inside build types, I'm going to add okay, inside release, we'll be adding this. Okay, so now I'm done with the application. This is the whole setup for you to. Alright, so here you can see that I will be entering a particular call ID. Okay, and yeah, so here I'll be entering a particular call ID. Once I enter it and I hit join call, I will be joining this call and it will ask for my permission. So while using the app, I'm giving the permission to record audio and to so it has the same audio control. Now since this is an emulator, you can't see the camera, so I'll shut the camera for this. You can switch your camera, you can this is for microphone, and this is your speaker. So and you can cut the call with this red decline button. So the call has now been cut. Now I'll try running this inside another emulator. So okay, so now I'm going to run it in second device. Okay, let's try. Alright, so here you can see I am going to put in the same call ID in both of them. Okay, and I'm going to join a call, and from here the username is 5289, and I'm going to join a call from here with the same user ID. Okay, now here you can see now it's asking me for permissions, so I'm going to allow it. Now since it's an emulator, you can't see the front camera, but it's you can see it acts the same way as, and here is the other recipient. So you can try this in your real devices, and either one of which can cut a call, so the call will be cut. The only thing you have to keep in mind is you use the same caller ID. So that's how you make a video calling application using ZegoCloud. Do check it out and let me know how you like it. Let me just give you a small gist or a summary of everything that we did. The first thing that you need to do is you need to create an account on ZegoCloud, create your own project, name your project. Once you have done that, you get 10,000 extra free minutes, and then you select a chat application, sorry, a video call application. All right, once you do that, you select Flutter as your platform, and you start with the integration. Then what we did is instead inside our pubspec.yml, we have added this Zego UI pre-built call. All right, once we've done that, we will be creating a UI for the page that in which we will be entering our call ID, which will be our main page. So in main page, we have made a very simple UI. We have used an asset image. So we have used this zego.png, which we have declared again in the pubspec.yml file. Once we have done this, we have created a text field over here in which we are hinting them to enter the call ID. Now, once you've done this, the next thing that we have added is an elevated button. When we click on this button, we are navigated to our call page, which is actually our video call page, and we pass in the user ID that we will be putting in, or the call ID that both the applications, both the users can be connecting to. And so this is the button that we have created. Now if we go back to the call page over here, so inside a call page we have declared this so we have a constructor, we have a call ID which we are passing from the previous page that we are calling in over here. Now the video call type is one-on-one video call. Now here is the user ID, which is generated using the random integers, that is the math library. And in a constants file, we have added the app ID and the app side. The constant is a file in which we are naming the app ID and the app sign. So that's about it, and that's how you make a video calling application. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video. Thank you so much.